if this lithium mine never happened, you're all that air that goes down that way, all that wind that goes down that way, and everything that you're talking about air contamination, water contamination. It's like, who's going to get affected? I'm not, because I'm up here. You are. So, somebody has to fight for you, because you're not going to be there. I know that.
This area, the Grand Canyon, known as the National Park now, was Aboriginal homelands of the Havasupai people. We are known as the guardians of the Grand Canyon. Right now, look at where you are. Beauty, beauty. Right now, that mine out there is hauling, I think it was 3 months back, 13 trucks that pull out every day. And ever since that 13 trucks, they say every week 2 trucks are added or 3 trucks are added. So they're probably like what, at 13, maybe 20 some trucks now that are going across country through this little road all the way to Flagstaff by the intersection of Williams, going across into Flagstaff, up into Navajo country, going all the way up to the mill.
The Grand Canyon, an unlikely spot for mining, and yet on its south rim lies the Orphan Mine, first developed as a copper mine, now part of the current uranium boom in our western states, created by peacetime uses for nuclear energy. Some of the nation's largest power companies are among the uranium prospectors as they map plans for future nuclear installations, replacing oil and coal-burning plants. Yellow ore shows good uranium, while black ore is extremely rich in fissionable material. At $7 a pound, the uranium search rivals the Old West's gold rush.
My father, he always used to say that the canyon is like a woman. It's like your mother. He says, how your mother goes to the restroom and she stays in there for a long time. And then when she comes out, she looks real pretty. I said, that's my dad. He used to say about that canyon. He says, you look at that canyon. He says, sometimes you'll see in the background of that canyon, you see colors start coming out. He said, that's your mother. That's the canyons, like our mother. He says she looks beautiful.
This mill that's running this has given permission from other countries, Japan, Madagascar, there was other countries that are being shipped to this United States, and it's being taken there. Their contamination, their radioactive waste is coming here. And this company is saying, yes, it's uranium, we'll take it. But they don't know what else is involved with all these stuff that come out of country and are coming here. And they're not telling people. They're keeping it low key. And yet they're getting paid to take this waste. That's not fair.
We were raising awareness, carrying waters across sacred journeys through sacred waters, going towards Sacred Pass, which was one of something that we were able to help participate in. We were able to join that walk. We started from Choya Canyon Ranch Road, or Choya Canyon Ranch to Winnemucca, which was 12 day run, 12-day walk, and again it was a very interesting walk run. We had 3 people that joined us from here. Actually, we had a group from Phoenix that came and joined us. The way I always say it, is that, is that people need to get up and stand up for your water, for your land.
The water that comes through the village goes straight into the Colorado. The Colorado carries it all to the townships, so where you guys are going to be going. So if that place gets contaminated, it's not just going to be my people. We're going to be up in the front and we're going to be sick, yeah. But everybody's going to get sick all the way down. So they don't see this big picture. They just see money. They punctured one of the aquifers that were on top, and it's spewing out, and it's contaminated too. Mind you, the Havasupai people said and told them, no, since I can remember, my elders before me stood ground and said no to this mining. They didn't listen. I stand here now, my elders are gone. They went back into spirit. And I stand here now as an elder, still fighting this fight, and they're not listening. I do not feel good because that's not the way. Every time those trucks haul out, going from that canyon rim, and right there is a sacred spot of my people, our original area, sacred, and yet they keep going through there, and they've contaminated it already, all the way to, with all the trucking routes they've done, they're contaminating.
Looked like those clouds, it didn't even move.
It was really beautiful. You know, we didn't have a lot of money, but we had family. Our families were always kind to one another. And nowadays, even in our village, even our closest relative, sometimes when we don't have money and we're barely making it to the next check, you know, we go and we ask our family to help. They slam the door on our face. For years ago, I remember my mother would give my older brother a bowl and he'd say, go ask our next door neighbor for flour. So he would go, and they never slammed the door in his face. They took the bowl, they filled it for him. But it was the same for all of us that lived there. If we didn't have something, we went to our relatives. And they never said no. Even with money, they gave what they had, and maybe it was the last of what they had. But because the family needed it for one reason or another, they gave it.